Yes, you do. You do need to meditate. And let me give you 5 reasons why. I started my meditation journey about 3 years ago. And the reason why I started it wasn't because I was kind of looking for something new to add into my life, but because I was in a very, very bad place mentally and I was looking for ways that could help me. I downloaded an app, Headspace. Not sponsored, I wish I was. And I started my meditation journey. I went 1 year without skipping a day. So I meditated for 365 days in a row. I don't want to say it changed me, but it helped me in many ways to deal with situations better. And therefore, I would say that meditation doesn't change you, but it helps you change yourself. Now, after that 1 year milestone where I meditated every single day, I thought I was good. You know, I thought it was one of those things where you deal with some stuff and you're good. You don't need to meditate anymore. But quickly I realized that meditation is one of those things you kind of have to do for the rest of your life. If you have a stereotype in your head about meditation, you know, like a hippie sitting in a meadow, and just speaking in such a soothing voice, I want to say that it is a stereotype. Now, you can obviously meditate in a meadow, but there's much more to meditation than you might think. So first and foremost, meditation quiets your mind. We live in a very fast-paced and loud world, especially nowadays with social media. There is noise on every corner. I remember feeling like I have so much stuff, so much loudness in my mind, and I wish there was a way to quiet it down. And that's what meditation basically teaches you. You learn how to be quiet and not think. It is a practice. It doesn't happen over one session. It doesn't happen overnight, but there are several techniques that can help you do that. Now, once you do quiet your mind, beautiful things actually start to happen because you start to see things clearly. Think about a beautiful garden with a bunch of weeds. You can't even see the roses. You can't see the flowers. It's just all messed up with weeds. But once you get rid of the weeds, you see the flower and you see the beauty. And that's how I like to think about meditation and quieting your mind. Once you do learn how to be quiet, no matter the noise outside, it is very peaceful and very freeing. The second one is it improves your focus. There's a really great meditation technique to improve focus, and I sometimes still do it. So basically, when I sit down and I close my eyes and I breathe, instead of thinking of nothing, because I've heard this many times that people say that it's hard to not think of anything. What helps is actually focusing on something. So I sit down and I create, and this is not my technique, this is the technique from Headspace. I basically divide my body in like 7 points. So it starts from my feet, then my upper legs, then, you know, my stomach or my heart, neck and face and so on. I imagine warmth going through those points and I focus on each point and kind of feel how it feels, if that makes sense. Now, what this exercise does, it helps me to not think about other stuff because I'm focusing on certain points. And just a side note before we go to the third point, the biggest exercise is not the meditation itself, but how you're going to apply it in real life. So that's just a side note. So the third point is meditation increases self-awareness and helps you be more present. By exercising the self-awareness that you need to have when you're sitting down in the quiet. And also, by the way, there are active meditations as well, but for this one, it really helps if you're just with yourself. Let's say not going on a meditation walk, but just sitting in quiet. You're learning how to just be. When you get these 1,000 thoughts and you use different techniques to kind of push one away, push the next one away, you're learning how to control yourself to be in the moment, to just be present. Now, the reason why I say it also raises self-awareness is because by being present, you're more aware of yourself and your surroundings. Now, the way this helps in your real life is, let's say in conflict situations or when you're working on yourself, on your growth, being self-aware is, I believe, the most crucial thing you need to become better, to be a better person, to succeed in life, in your career, anything actually you want to achieve. You need to be self-aware of who you are, of what you do, of what you need to improve. And the more you work on your head being clear of different junk, you get to be more kind of self-aware of what you need to work on. And I think it's a really, really powerful thing to achieve. Fourth one, meditation trains your discipline. If you've struggled with doing something that you need to do, exercising or sticking to a habit, meditation is a great exercise. And this is coming from a person who usually doesn't have a problem with, being disciplined. In my life, in general, I'm very disciplined. But damn, when I started meditation, it was like a whole new world. Disciplining yourself to actually do something so difficult as quieting your mind and not thinking about anything, not opening your eyes, just sitting quietly for 15 or 20 minutes. Who would have thought that it's so hard? But when you do that, when you discipline the thing that usually is not disciplined at all, can you guess what that is? Your thoughts, your little thought humans. I'm gonna call them thought humans because I feel like they're actual real beings just chilling around your head. When you learn to discipline them, damn, you become more disciplined in your own life. When you're disciplined, that means you can stick to good habits. That means you can wake up when you need to wake up, train when you need to train, work when you need to work. You're disciplined in your actions. And last but not least, and also not last, because there are 50 benefits, maybe more, to meditation, but I'm just talking about 5. The last one is meditation reduces anxiety and stress. I am sure that this is the most important one of all 5 for many people. It is no secret that stress and anxiety often comes from being in your head. Why did I say often? Most of the time it comes from overthinking and being in your head, worrying, obviously, right? Because stress and anxiety is based on worry. You're worried about future, past, present, exams, work, relationships, all of the things above. When you learn to quiet those thoughts, those little thought humans, you get rid of, I don't want to say everything because again, meditation is not a magic tool. You need to work on yourself, but it helps you deal with things much, much better. I've often been presented with a situation, I think we all have, where it brings me a lot of stress. A lot of stress, and the stress comes from what will I do? How will I resolve this? What is the outcome? And I just keep sitting in my head, and no matter what I do, people can tell me, and I think you can agree that that's the most annoying thing when people come to you and they're like, just don't stress. Just don't think about it. And you're just like, I wish I could, I can't. When you're meditating, you're training yourself to get rid of those thoughts. And when you're presented the next time with a situation that is, difficult, because listen, that's life. You will never be in a place where there will be, no stressful situations or circumstances. But what you can affect and what you can do is go into those situations with an easy mind, with a peaceful mind. The world would be a much better place if we would learn to be more calm and more happy. And stress is a killer, guys. Stress and anxiety, but especially stress. If you are interested in not only hearing more about meditation, but hearing about my experience with stress and severe anxiety, let me know. I'd love to talk about it more. I mentioned it for a brief moment why I started meditating in the first place, but it got to a point where I was just crying so severely because I couldn't stop my thoughts from running around. And I'm really grateful I found meditation. I really, really am. But I said it once and I'll say it again. It is not a magic tool. It's not a magic maker. Well, actually, it is a tool. It is a magic tool, but it's not a magic maker. No action alone will transform who you are. You transform who you are. I can sit around and meditate for 5 years every day, but if I don't apply that to my daily life, it's nothing. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Like this video and subscribe if you want to see content like this more. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.